KETK News is your local election headquarters. Longtime East Texas Congressman Louis Gohmert facing a challenge from Democrat Hank Gilbert. Gohmert has represented the District 1 since his landslide victory back in 2004.
This is Gilbert's first run for Congress, though he did run twice for Texas Agriculture Commissioner. KETK's Maya Owens sat down with both candidates. Tonight, she gives us a close-up to their campaigns and what they stand for.
Louis Gohmert says what needs to be said and does what needs to be done.
Because we're fed up with his hateful nonsense. This is a year we're going to flip Texas.
The battle to represent District 1, from your TVs to your neighborhood, all the way to Washington.
This country is hanging in the balance. We're at the edge of either going full socialist or getting back on track so that we can have a self-governing country with two-party system.
Veteran Congressman Louis Gohmert has never received less than 61% of the vote, serving for nearly 16 years.
Well, I feel like I did at a scary movie at a theater one time. Halfway through, I was really sorry I came, but I couldn't leave until I found out how it came out. And in the case of Congress, I'm fighting to have the proper outcome.
Gohmert, a lawyer and former judge in East Texas, is known for making headlines, given the Speaker of Truth Award.
There is no question where I stand. I haven't enriched myself by being in Congress.
Gohmert says his proudest moment, the first to draft and sponsor Kerry's Law.
Amazing what you can get done if you don't care who gets the credit.
911, what's the location of your emergency?
The law requires businesses to use a phone system allowing direct calls to 911 for emergencies.
That this will prevent any other Kerrys in the future from having their birthday celebrated after they're deceased.
In Marshall, Kerry Dunn was stabbed to death by her husband in this hotel. The whole time, her daughter, who was in the room, was trying to dial 911, but she didn't know she had to dial an extra digit to reach an outside line. Now, a new line drawn between Gohmert and Gilbert thickens.
Sucking up to his buddy Trump.
The latest commercial produced by the Gilbert campaign, Louis Gohmert says he remains unfazed.
As my late pastor once said, you know you're leading when people turn and start shooting at you.
I've sat here and I've bit my tongue like a lot of other people have. You know, because he really hadn't had an opponent that gave him much of a race.
A 13-year agriculture teacher, Hank Gilbert runs his own ranch and now believes working in Washington is his next major hurdle.
Seeking to go there, to be the voice for the people who don't have a voice.
Gilbert says his tipping point came during the Mueller investigation, criticizing Gohmert's approach during this hearing as he questioned the former special counsel.
Hollering at the man. And by the time he ended his 5 minutes, he was screaming at Robert Mueller. Never in that time did he ever ask a question. And he just looked like a ravaged bulldog. And I'm thinking, this is why Texas gets such a bad name on the national stage.
Gilbert's wife, Carla, passed away from cancer in 2017.
Willed woman to basically make me man up and stand up and do what needs to be done for this district.
If elected, his first priority would be health care.
Like I said, we've had 4 of our rural hospitals closed. They're struggling every day to keep from having to lay people off.
On the campaign trail, Gilbert takes pride in meeting with constituents, making an effort to bridge the gap across the political aisle. As a longtime favorite and a newcomer, battle from the airways to the polls. Maya Owens, KETK News.